It's Sunday. It's the 4th of July as I record this, and it's time for an update. So, there's been a bunch of things going on this week. You can see I've got 3 garbage cans here, 2.5 filled with branches from that tree there. It was time to cut it back and kind of cut some of the stuff around it and just get some control. So I took care of that a couple of days ago, and I did a lot more this morning. Kind of cleaned up the area between them there. There's a little bit of a gap between that and the tangerine tree. The irises are definitely enjoying it up on the hill there. You can see we got a bunch of blooms. And yeah, let's take a look at the garden. Couple of little developments. Well, one, the lettuce is going completely crazy, and we're having trouble keeping up with it. So yesterday we had a gathering with family, and I offered up a bunch of lettuce, and that's what's left. The other thing, or other things, for one, the patty pan. You can see how thick these stems are getting, and just look at the size of this leaf. I mean, that's just crazy. The corn is growing well here. The cucumbers are starting to suffer from what looks like mildew, so I think tomorrow I'll get out and treat it with some soapy water and a little bit of, what do you call it? I'll think of it in a second. Baking soda. There you go. The other development, or another development, we've got beans on the bean plants. We're not so much getting beans, I don't think. First I didn't think there were any beans on this plant, and then all of a sudden I just started spotting them all over the place. I'm wondering about the scarlet runner beans. We've got a lot of flowers, a lot of potential beans, but I just don't actually see the beans, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. This one's not climbing the big pole. That one is. So that's good, I think. The corn is nice and tall. I mean, mind you, it's starting down there and it's going up that high. That is a 7-foot pole, so that would mean that the corn is now probably up to about 5.5 to 6 feet. That's not bad. The other cucumber, we've got little baby cucumber down there, and a few others on both plants, really. So overall, this side of the yard's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, up on the 3rd level, it kind of gets hidden by all the green that we've got here. Yeah, let's see. The pumpkins are doing good. Next to that, I believe, if I remember right, that's the spaghetti squash, and that one is, I wonder if I can kind of get you in there. I don't know how well that's going to come through, but pumpkins are doing pretty good. After that, I believe, was the cantaloupe, and those are, let me kind of come around this way. Those are the larger, and you can see some really small ones. Those are the watermelon. They're still alive. They're just not huge yet, but I mean, look at them. Look at these. Consider that's only like a few weeks difference. So, and then gigantic leaves on that too. It's just, I've never had this kind of growth in the garden before in 12 years of trying to be a gardener. And I mean, this is not like some of the channels on YouTube. Self-Sufficient Me has 3 acres. I go check him out. He's over in Australia, so if you can work through the accent, or if you're in Australia and you can work through my accent. So I'm not trying to, but yeah, there are other gardeners that have much bigger properties to work with. This year I got an opportunity to really expand, built out the wall, built out the second wall. Up there is basically where the 3rd wall is going to go, and maybe there'll be a 4th next year, a 3rd and a 4th next year. I'm feeling good about what I've got here. I mean, look at all the yellow flowers on a cucumber plant. I didn't expect the cucumbers to go this crazy. These carrots look like they're going to get, like they must be giant underground, but no, I've actually excavated next to them. They're still kind of tiny. So I think these stems are going to have to make it up kind of the top of the cage there before it's time to actually pick them. Fortunately, I can excavate next to them and look at the carrots and see where they are, so I know how they're doing. That's what's going on in the side yard. Let's go take a look at the back. So let's take a look. I keep saying I'm going to clear out and take control again of the nasturtium. I haven't really done that yet. Probably should do that tomorrow. Black Krim tomatoes are looking good, and it kind of looks like that's a flower. That's a different kind of flower than I'm used to seeing on a tomato plant. So this would be an interesting one to watch. Oh, look at this. This is the Roma. It's like getting so big that it's kind of falling over on itself. That's a good thing. We've got more flowers on here. I don't know that I've seen any fruit just yet, but that's okay. Look, we're starting to have the issue with the basil going to seed. So we'll pick a couple of those off. Keep that under control. Oh, that smells so good. I wish you could smell what this smells like. So, yeah, I got some weeds in here. I guess I can see what I'm doing tomorrow. This is kind of going through and dealing with some of this. But it looks to me like we've got a couple of viable plants so this is the cherry pick. Yeah, that's a weed that just got big quickly. Out you come. Somewhere in there, yeah, I can see right there, I think, is another cherry pick. Poblanos are doing good, and they've got more weeds. So, more for me to deal with. I think we've got the giant Marconis. We've got a few of them now. We got here, here, and there. And that's kind of what I planted, so that makes me happy. And the hybrid Nikita, I think that is a sprout. That's good. The nasturtiums in here are kind of dying off. I thought I figured out the water situation. Maybe they just need more water. Ones over here are still alive. They're not looking spectacular, and they're getting kind of holy. Not sure what that's about. Just more stuff to figure out, but this is looking pretty good. Let's go take a look at the side yard. Actually, before we do that, let's just take a quick look. The 4 o'clocks are in bloom. We got a few of them down there. And then we got that pot back there, which is kind of buried behind everything. So things are doing well here. I forget what this pink flower is, but that's looking nice. So we got some stuff over here on the side of the backyard. Let's go look at the side yard. And yeah, the dominant feature out here would be the bougainvillea. It's really starting to radiate color here. I'm liking that. But there's a ton of weeds and pepper tree that I need to get to. So there's work to do. And maybe this time we'll leave you with a picture of the bougainvillea. It's been a good week overall. It's been a little weird. Other things to deal with. I started actually working on helping my brother with a bit of gardening, so we'll see if we can get him squeezed into some of these episodes, or some of the midweeks at least. And yeah, with that, I will leave you and say, I'd say have a wonderful 4th of July, but it's the 4th as I record this, and this will go up a week later. I really need to start thinking ahead. But have a great day anyway, whatever day it is when you're watching this. Take care of yourself, take care of the ones around you, and may your thumb be green.